In a stunning turn of events, Lewis Hamilton has been hit with a major penalty following the FIA's revelation of fresh evidence that led to his dramatic disqualification from the Chinese Grand Prix. But the chaos didn't stop there. Ferrari's nightmare weekend took an even darker turn when Charles Leclerc was also disqualified, delivering a shocking double blow that has left the entire Formula One community in disbelief. What initially seemed like a promising weekend for both Ferrari and Hamilton quickly unraveled into disaster. Hamilton had been showing strong pace, while Leclerc fought his way into the top 5. However, everything fell apart when the FIA launched a thorough investigation into both cars, uncovering 2 separate technical violations. The result? 2 immediate disqualifications that have completely upended the championship picture. Now fans and experts alike are left wondering how a team of Ferrari's caliber could make such critical and seemingly avoidable errors. This kind of controversy has the potential to reshape the title fight. And in this video, we're breaking down exactly what went wrong. We'll take a deep dive into how the FIA discovered the breaches, how the teams responded, and what this means for both Ferrari and Hamilton moving forward. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications because this is one of the most explosive developments of the 2025 season, and you won't want to miss a moment of it. Now, let's get into the details. Shortly after the Chinese Grand Prix concluded, Lewis Hamilton, who had finished 6th following a 2-stop strategy, was called in for a post-race technical inspection. The issue centered around the car's floor plank, a crucial component designed to regulate ride height and prevent excessive wear. FIA technical delegate Joe Bauer conducted an examination and found that the rear skid section of Hamilton's plank had worn below the mandated 9mm thickness outlined in Technical Regulation Article 3.5.9. The exact measurements told the story: 8.66mm on the left side, 8.6mm at the center, and 8.5mm on the right, all below the legal limit. The infraction was clear-cut, leaving no room for debate or ambiguity. Hamilton's team was summoned, and Ferrari acknowledged the accuracy of the findings, confirming that all standard procedures had been followed. It was, in their words, an unintentional oversight, no extenuating circumstances, just a costly mistake. The FIA wasted no time in delivering its verdict. The ruling was immediate and unforgiving: disqualification. The drama didn't end with Hamilton's penalty. In fact, it was only the beginning of Ferrari's nightmare. Moments after the ruling on Hamilton's car, Charles Leclerc's vehicle was also flagged for a completely separate violation. This time, the issue wasn't related to the floor, but rather the car's weight. Leclerc had fought his way to a hard-earned 5th-place finish despite carrying front wing damage for much of the race. As per the regulations, Ferrari swapped the damaged wing for a spare before the car was weighed post-race. However, even with the heavier replacement wing attached, the car still fell short of the mandatory 798-kilogram minimum weight requirement once the fuel was removed. The final reading? 799.0 kilograms. While that might seem legal at first glance, the problem was clear. Since the spare wing was heavier than the original, it confirmed that Leclerc had been racing with an underweight car. In Formula One, running a car below the legal weight limit is a serious breach, as it directly impacts performance. The FIA stewards ruled that there were no extenuating circumstances in Ferrari's case, and just like Hamilton, Leclerc was immediately disqualified. In one of the most brutal post-race twists in recent memory, Ferrari went from securing valuable championship points with both drivers to leaving the weekend empty-handed. This setback is particularly painful given the momentum they had been building. Hamilton had been showing increasing confidence in the car while Leclerc was delivering consistently strong performances. Making matters worse, this isn't the first time Hamilton has faced disqualification for excessive floor wear. Back in 2023 at the United States Grand Prix, he suffered a similar fate after finishing 2nd, and ironically, he was disqualified alongside Leclerc that day as well. What makes Ferrari's double disqualification even more frustrating is that these weren't the result of aggressive development strategy or pushing regulatory boundaries. They were straightforward compliance mistakes, one caused by a miscalculated ride height setup that led to excessive floor wear, and the other a misjudgment of weight distribution. For a team of Ferrari's stature, such errors are not only costly, but also deeply embarrassing. After swapping out damaged components, these are the kinds of missteps that elite teams rarely make, let alone both in the same race week. Following the chaotic turn of events, Ferrari team principal Frédéric Vasseur faced the media, openly acknowledging the painful nature of the day. He admitted that misjudgments had been made, particularly in managing tire degradation and car balance throughout the race. Vasseur didn't attempt to downplay the situation, making it clear that such errors were unacceptable at this level and that an internal review would be conducted to prevent similar issues in the future. Lewis Hamilton, upon learning of his disqualification, reacted with composure despite his clear disappointment. In his post-race comments, he admitted that the ruling was tough to accept, but remained encouraged by the car's pace. He emphasized that compared to Australia, the Ferrari felt much more dialed in, which gave him optimism for the upcoming rounds. Charles Leclerc, on the other hand, expressed visible frustration. He revealed that he had sensed the car feeling lighter during the closing laps, but never expected it to be underweight. He explained that Ferrari had followed proper protocol in swapping the front wing for post-race weighing, but admitted that an error in fuel calculations or component weight assessment proved to be a costly oversight. This double disqualification is a significant blow to Ferrari, stripping them of valuable points in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championships, while turning what could have been a strong recovery weekend into a demoralizing setback. Meanwhile, rival teams wasted no time capitalizing on Ferrari's misfortune. Esteban Ocon moved up to 5th, Lance Stroll secured 9th, and Carlos Sainz clinched the final points-paying position. So, what does this mean for Ferrari moving forward? The pressure to refine their execution has never been higher. While their raw pace has undeniably improved, and Hamilton continues to grow more comfortable in the car, Leclerc has displayed strong consistency. However, in Formula One, speed alone doesn't guarantee success. Meticulous attention to detail, flawless execution, and strategic precision are just as critical as outright performance. Ferrari will now need to regroup and ensure such costly mistakes don't derail their championship fight. When you're competing against top-tier teams like Red Bull, McLaren, and Mercedes, in a season as tightly contested as this, every fraction of a millimeter, every gram of weight, and every strategic decision carries immense significance. If Ferrari genuinely aspires to fight for the championship, they can't afford any more unforced errors. The events in China serve as a stark reminder that success in Formula One isn't just determined by on-track performance. It's equally about precision behind the scenes, from setup adjustments and garage operations to post-race inspections and technical compliance. A race weekend is a complex machine, and every aspect must function seamlessly. While these disqualifications are undoubtedly a major setback, they could also serve as a much-needed wake-up call. If Ferrari can take the lessons from Shanghai and apply them to strengthen their internal checks, improve their ability to perform under pressure, and refine their execution across different race conditions, this moment could be a turning point rather than a complete disaster. For Hamilton, this outcome is deeply frustrating. Losing a solid points finish due to a technical infringement beyond his control is a tough pill to swallow. However, given his vast experience in the sport, having dealt with controversies, penalties, and even title-deciding moments, he knows how to bounce back. If anything, this will only fuel his determination to push Ferrari forward. Leclerc's, too, faces a tough reality. He fought through a physically demanding race, managing front-wing damage, navigating traffic, and securing a top-5 finish, only for it all to be wiped out due to a weight miscalculation. However, like Hamilton, he will be eager to turn his frustration into motivation. Ferrari now finds itself at a crucial juncture. Team principal Frédéric Vasseur must ensure that the squad doesn't just correct these technical oversights, but also reinforces a culture of absolute precision. That means fine-tuning pre-race procedures, optimizing setup decisions, enhancing post-damage protocols, and strengthening compliance checks. With every passing race, the margin for error shrinks, and mistakes like these cannot become a recurring issue. What do you think about Ferrari's double disqualification? Was this just an isolated, chaotic weekend? Or does it expose a deeper flaw in their operation? Do Hamilton and Leclerc have good reason to believe in this project? Or could this be the start of a more difficult journey? And most importantly, can Ferrari recover quickly enough to remain in the title fight? If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated on every twist and turn of this high-stakes F1 season, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. With unexpected disqualifications, technical disputes, and fierce battles unfolding at every race, the 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in years. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.